Hello, my name is Manuel King Tresor, and I'm going to talk to you about how to manage a business management. The first thing we have to talk about is what management is. Management is the act of using the company's human resources and the physical resources in order to meet the needs or goals of the business. So, not going further, I'm going to look at the function of management. We're going to be talking about the planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So starting on planning. Planning is a process of deciding what has to be done either from now or in the future based on the needs of the business. And the activities related to the function is like making a budget of the actual amount expected to be used in the year. Another function of management we are going to talk about is organizing. Organizing is an act of allocating the human resources and the optimum physical resources to a certain task in order to carry out the plan. And the activity related to the function is segregation of tasks or dividing the tasks among the employees in order to accomplish a certain planned activity. Another step is staffing. Staffing is a management function that deals with the job analysis, hiring, and training new staff in order to fill the responsibilities the business needs. And the activity related to the function that's under this staffing is hiring and interviewing of qualified new employees to fit in a position of a human resource management. That's a part of staffing. Another function of management is leading. Leading, as we all know, is an act of determining what has to be done in a certain situation and guide the people to do it. And the activity related to this function is encouraging good communication among the employees of the organization. This can be like solving conflict among the organization or setting up some manuals that the employees have to follow in order to meet the needs of the company. The last step is controlling. Controlling is an act of checking the performance and adjusting the necessary changes in order to meet the goals of the business. And the main activities related to this function is making some check-ins with the employees or requesting for the reports of the progress or else supervising the activities of the employees. Okay, going to the management styles. There are three management styles, which are directing, delegating, and discussing. So starting on directing. Directing is when the manager tells the employees what has to be done, how it has to be done, and when it has to be done. And going to the strengths and weaknesses of directing. Strength. The first strength is that the employees have a clear obligation they have to fulfill. So during the directing, the manager or the employer gives the employees the norms and the directions of the job so that they can know what exactly they have to do. Another thing is that the instructions are well explained in the directing phase. So when directing, the instructions of how the employees have to do the work is explained to them in an easy. And also it is easier to get support from the managers in case of confusions. So this means that during the directing, the managers or the employers are close to the employees. So it will be easier for them to get support from the managers in case of any problem that they might face. Going to the side of the weaknesses, it makes the employees less because they cannot work unless when directed. Another thing is that it limits the critical thinking and proactiveness of the employees. This is obvious because the managers think for the employees and give them what they have to do. Another thing, it takes a lot of time and energy in supervising and giving direction to each employee. We're going to the scenario that is related to directing is this one. A human resource manager tells the intern to make reports regarding the insurance status of the employees by using Excel. In addition, the document has to be submitted by the end of the week for evaluation. Another style of management is delegating. This is a management style where the managers or employers give tasks to the employees and do them independently. So this means that the employees have the freedom of making their own choices or planning on how they have to finish the task without the supervision of the manager or the employer. And also it is a way of empowering the employees by giving them tasks to do independently. Going to the strengths and weaknesses of delegation. Starting on strength, it relieves the managers from too much work. Also, it increases the skills of the employees, such as critical thinking. And another thing, it increases the confidence of the employees. And another thing is that the decisions are made faster. Also, going to the weaknesses is that it can lead to some errors or mistakes due to lack of control. Once the employees are given full control of the decision making and how to do their work, sometimes there might be some errors due to lack of control or leadership from the higher hierarchy. Another thing, it might lead to laziness of the employees. Sometimes the employees might not work as they have to do due to giving them freedom of doing the way they want to. Another thing, in a group, some employees might benefit from the hard working of their colleagues while not working. There are some employees who might not work and start basing on what their colleagues have done. Going to the scenario related to delegating. The board of directors have given a task to the marketing department to make an outreach to the potential clients in order to get information. The information will be about how the company can make good products to meet the needs of the clients. The next slide is discussing. This is a management style where the manager engages the employees in a discussion, asking them questions in order to find a solution to a certain topic. So here it means that the employers or the managers call upon the employees so that they can come and have a discussion on a certain problem or topic in order to find a common answer for the problem. Going to the strengths and weaknesses of the discussion, the strength is that it increases the employees' trust to the company. So once the employees are given an opportunity to participate in decision making, it will help them feel like they are trusted, hence starting to work harder in order to meet the needs of the company. And another thing, it increases flexibility and innovation. So once the employees are given the platform to give out their ideas, so it means they'll be flexible and start thinking harder in order to bring an innovative ideas to solve the problems the company is facing. Another thing is that it also boosts the employees' confidence in the process of talking and discussing the other. So when the employees, especially the introvert employees, when they're given platform on talking about a certain issue or giving out their ideas, it makes them open and start talking, hence boosting their confidence. Going on the side of the weaknesses, it slows the process of decision making. Since there are so many people who will be sharing their ideas, it means that it will take time to process the decision making. because there will be so a vast, or there will be a big number of ideas which have to be processed, and it will take a long time to find the right answer to solve the problem the company is facing. Another thing is that it can dilute the expertise of the experienced employees. When there are some experienced employees in the company and they are mixed up with all the other employees to give out their ideas, it means that the ideas of the experts will be diluted. It means it has no much value because it's like a team giving out their own responses. Another weakness is that there's a risk of conflict arising. As we all know, when it comes to a group discussion, everyone thinks that the idea is right. So when it comes to this type of discussing in the group, so it might bring conflicts between the employees because of the misunderstandings, or everyone thinking that their idea is worth understanding or worth being taken care of, rather than taking another person's idea. Going to the scenario on discussing style. There is an outbreak of Ebola in South Africa, and the Minister of Health has called a meeting for the Department of Public Relations. The employees are engaged in discussions, and anyone was free to give the suggestions that can solve the problem of the spreading of Ebola. All the employees had the chance to share their ideas. And this is the end of the video talking about management and how talking about the functions of management and the styles in management. Thank you very much.